A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
This is Overthinking, where bold opinions, big questions, and brilliant distractions collide into one beautiful mess. Proudly presented by Carbliss Premium Handcrafted Cocktails. Flavorful and flawless. Hosted by Scott Siepker and Mackenzie Edie. This is Overthinking, exclusively on Iowa Everywhere.
Happy Tuesday, Overthinkers. Welcome
is
back
this?
to Overthinking. I don't know. I said on Twitter.
We're trying to
or
make
X,
a free throw right here.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood. And I think this is just
Oh.
like putting positivity into the, I'm in a good mood. It's rare for
It's
me.
going to be a great day today.
It is going to be a great day, I hope, unless something bad happens. I
Jeez.
have the type of anxiety where I'm having a perfectly good day, like almost a perfect day. This happened on Saturday. It was beautiful. You know, it was fall. I was making a candle. College football was on TV. I was like, this is a really great day. I hope nobody calls me and says like someone died. That's the kind of anxiety I have.
Yeah, that's catastrophic thinking. I can relate to that.
Oh, is that what that's called? Since again,
Yeah.
I don't go to therapy, I don't have these fancy names for things. But
Yeah,
anyway,
we like. Okay, all right. I was going to say we like to instead of assuming for no reason something good is going to happen, we assume for no reason something bad is going to happen.
yeah, that's my specific mental
And
illness.
we are in charge of that. We can change that. It's just we're working on it.
Cool. Maybe if I
We're a
crack
work
open
in
one of
progress.
these Carbliss, maybe this one
Carbliss.
or this one. I don't know. I am Mackenzie Edie, and I have mental illness. That is Scott Siepker. I'm not going to accuse you of anything. And around here somewhere is that cutie pie, Cade Murphy.
I feel like my mic is like really tall right now. I'm gonna
It
fix
is.
that. Hey guys, I'm glad you had a good weekend, Kenzo. I wish I could say the same. It wasn't.
What happened?
I'm man enough to admit this. I was in a driver improvement program this weekend because I got hit on like a one of those thingy-majigs. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
It doesn't
What
matter.
happened?
I got a ticket basically, and I had to go to driver improvement to
Because you
know.
had
Did
too
you have to,
many?
like,
not
drive
too many.
through,
No, I
like,
just
orange
made it,
cones?
No, it's just a class basically that tells you
Oh,
why
man.
you need to like evaluate yourself as a human being. So I went through that, and I met some like crazy walks of life.
Oh my God. I can only imagine.
Well, the worst part about it is that I lost my entire Saturday. It was 8 to 5. It was
Well, I'm glad you didn't
Terrible.
lose your license. Do you still have a license?
yeah, no, of course. Like I said, like
Of course.
I had to take the I had to take the
course.
class. I had to take the class and all that, and I'm a human being. I make mistakes. You know what I mean.
What kind of mistakes? I'm very curious.
Just driving mistakes. It doesn't matter. There was some there was some people there. Okay, let's not talk about me. Let's talk about other people.
You're
There was
sharing
this
the
guy.
road with our
No, it's
listeners, and
fine,
we want to
it's
make
fine.
sure they're safe, Cade,
It's
and you are
fine.
too.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I'm alive. People around me are alive, so it's all good. Anyways, there was this guy in my class, and his claim was that he keeps 1 to 2 televisions inside of his car. And his claim was that it's technically hands-free driving, so he can watch TV while driving because it is hands-free driving. And that
He
was-
must have been selected for Pimp My Ride back in like 2001, and he probably has a margarita machine in the back too. Do you guys remember that show? Driving with TVs in his car. Where do you even
Yeah.
power a TV from in your car? Like I
I
can
don't
see
know.
one TV.
I don't know. He was saying he has like a tablet stand and stuff, and he just goes on road trips and stuff and just watches his shows while driving and stuff, and it's hands-free driving, so he's technically not breaking the law.
So was he trying to argue that
Yeah.
he should be allowed?
Yes.
Cade, how did you end up in a class with a
Yeah,
man
Cade.
like
guys,
this?
guys.
Please tell me
Guys.
it's parking tickets. I mean,
Guys,
I got one of those bright orange habitual offender tickets in college I kept parking like in front of the dumpster at my dorm, and they slapped one of those bad boys on there. But where there's a will and there's a way and there's fingernail polish remover, you can get rid of pretty much anything. And I got rid of that thing, and they weren't going to shame me. So was it worse or better than that?
Oh my god, I by far had like the least bad. I see the problem with me is that I've just
You only had one TV in the car?
yeah. No.
One margarita machine.
Yeah, no. I have just made a vast amount of minor mistakes, and they were like, "We gotta send you to this program now, son." Like it's
It all adds up.
it all adds up. That's the more
It all adds up.
There were a lot of people. Like there was an individual who was like caught via helicopter going over 120, and like there was some straight crazy
criminals.
people, straight crazy drivers in this class. They were all very nice. Like all of us were very nice to each other, and it was, I felt safe in there.
I would
Because you
absolutely.
weren't in a car.
Yeah.
Can we get the sitcom of this like going? Because this would be a really good show. I would watch this show. This is like the Breakfast Club, 50 years
Yeah,
in the
it
future,
was-
but at driving class. I like this.
Okay, Cade is left. He's done with that conversation.
Oh, what happened? I thought it was. I thought my internet shut off. Or
no,
something.
he just
No.
quit.
Okay, that's fine.
It's
Are you
having
all right,
microphone
Kate?
errors there. Sorry. No,
Oh.
I have a very sensitive microphone cord. But yeah, no, it was cool because there was like all different types of people in there, and we all kind of realized that this sucks, and we all hate each other for having to even be in this class in the first place. But
You hate
we got through it.
yourselves.
yeah. And the cool part was that the teacher was very nice. She was super lovely, and she was very self-aware of how shitty this situation was, and how, like, she'd mentioned multiple times we'd all rather be watching the Iowa game and stuff, and I'm just in this class, and it made me not want to drive poorly. So,
All right.
and I don't think I drive that
Success.
poorly. I'm just not the smartest guy sometimes, and that's just, that's the way that
I can relate to that.
the cookie crumbles, man.
That is so funny. I can see her though, like at the beginning, like at the front of the class, like, guys, I understand. Like, I want 3 monitors in my car too. And Doug, I wish I could drive 120 on Interstate 82. But the fact is we can't. And that's why we're here. And together. Well, this is Overthinking, proudly presented by Carbliss Premium Handcrafted Cocktails, flavorful and flawless, exclusively here on Iowa Everywhere. And again, like I said, I am happy to be here. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being so for real right now. And we have a lot to get to in the show. But first, we need to discuss something. So Jesus didn't come back like he was expected to last week. But another great, iconic, historic man did. Iowa Nice Guy is back.
Oh, that lead up, I was not in that area at all. Okay.
How did it feel to get segued from Jesus to
You know,
Iowa Nice Guy? It has to feel good. You have to feel.
Thank you for picking him, the Messiah, according to
I love
some,
Jesus.
and I know you do. And
I'm loving
yeah.
him more every day. I want everyone to know that.
That's great. Iowa Nice Guy. We decided to write my friend Nick Runkoski, who some of you all might know out there, an incredible writer. We wrote the stuff that we did 10 plus years ago now when it came to sports, college sports, and it was just sort of felt like I'm ready to try this again, and it's gone really well. I'm going to be writing tonight and hopefully filming tomorrow, and the new episode will come out on Thursday.
It seems like the perfect time to bring him back, just in terms of like the way social media kind of is. You can have these little bite-sized vertical clips, and you can cut your longer episodes into a bunch of short little videos and stuff. And dude, they're so funny. I was watching them this weekend. They're so good. I don't know if I'm just older now and I'm like able to understand and appreciate all the jokes compared to like the last time he was here, or if it's just I don't know. I don't know what it is, but they're really funny, and I get them as like I'm glad you're back for me to appreciate them as a grown man, because they're good,
Thank
man. They're
you.
funny.
I appreciate that. These jokes aren't gonna land for everybody, but we try to run a nice gambit, and it's fun. It's challenging. It's a lot of work to write this stuff, but Nick is so funny. I love getting into the document and the Google Doc when we're writing, and I can even see him writing and his brain churning, and it's wonderful to be surrounded by talented people. And a lot has changed in the last 11 plus years or however long it's been. I should probably do the math, but it used to take 6-7 people to pull one of these suckers off, and now we can do it a lot easier, which is good because back then we weren't really getting paid at all, and so it was a lot of favors called in, and it's just a tremendous. I'm very happy to stretch that muscle again.
Well, it's awesome. I'm glad he's back. I was sharing with a couple friends this weekend, and I think I put it on my Instagram too, that I remember, I didn't know you back then. I mean, I've actually only known you now for under a year. And I remember when those Iowa Nice Guy videos first hit the internet, and we were all like passing them around the office, just talking about how funny this was and how clever this was and how good, because I've always worked in marketing. I was working at a marketing agency back then, and we would always just talk about this Iowa Nice Guy and just how clever he was, and everyone was wanting him for their brands. And now I know you, and you're my co-host.
Those days. And I had some really interesting conversations with potential clients where they're like, well, your first video got 1 million views, so the second one will probably get 2?
Just go
3?
viral.
And
Just go viral.
Yeah,
for
that's
us.
where it's like, we just want to go viral. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, that's not how it works. So
Yeah, you set the bar very, very, very high, but
and that
we're glad
original
he's
video,
back.
That original video that we did was very obviously much different than the sports comedy that we eventually, that's sort of my interest. The original guy that I did the first Iowa Nice video, like before, we were, anybody called me the Iowa Nice Guy, was much more political in its nature, and that sounded exhausting to me. So eventually steered it towards college sports.
Well, welcome back, Iowa Nice Guy. And
to answer Jen's question, how many people this week to pull it off? It took 4. Me and Nick to write. My friend Rebecca DeWild, who we shot at her house again, or in her husband's house. And then Eric Herman, our incredible graphic designer. We're elevating everything that I do for the last 15 years at this point.
Kate, you look like the cat that ate the canary.
No,
What's happening? What is going on?
I'm just laughing because Scott said a very heartwarming, really beautiful shout out. And the reason Jen's asked that is because you said 6 to 7 originally, and the whole 6-7 meme thing going on. And so he thought you were doing that on purpose, as
6,
did I
7.
actually. Yeah, see, Jen just said Scott is overthinking my question.
I almost made that a story, this 6-7 thing, but I was like, oh no one that listens to our show is going to give a shit. But I guess I was wrong.
I still don't get it, but I see that number everywhere now, and now I even think I have to be hearing that sequence on purpose now. Like people are doing it on purpose. I feel like I'm going crazy, but I don't get it. This is the first time I don't get it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That means you are leaving that era.
Congrats.
You're leaving all that behind. You cut your hair, and look what happens. Can't stay up with modern day vernacular. God damn, I tell you, you're growing up too fast, Cade, right in front of our eyes. Let's jump into top topics we're overthinking today. And today's top topics are brought to you by that Dat-Gum Kabursky brothers. It is time. If you haven't gotten them called, give them a call. It's time to get your lawn in order. I know that we have these temperatures. Tomorrow's October and it's still in the 80s. So you have extra time if you want to get them called to get out to your house and get things in order. How's your lawn looking?
It's looking
Scoot?
good. The aeration has really helped. You can really tell a difference. So excited. Got some fresh grass growing into some spots that Atticus, my dog, and his friend dogs like to wrestle in. So we're working on it.
Good deal. Well, our top story is something that maybe Tyreek Hill could use, and that is bone glue. Bone glue has been invented in China. Okay, so I wasn't watching football last night, but it sounds like there was a pretty bad injury right there on the field. And I'm glad that videos or photos didn't get passed around, but was it pretty gory? Was it disgusting?
Oh, yeah. His leg was pointing the lower half of his leg was pointing the wrong direction.
That is, have you ever had an injury like that?
No.
Where you could see bone?
Is I broke this pinky finger in senior year of varsity basketball. Adam Maleska was passing the ball at the top of the key. And, of course, I, being the guy who was on the bench, I always tried way too hard in practice. and I went in and put my finger out, deflected the ball, but boom, just broke that
On the
pinky.
bench?
Oh, no, this was during practice.
Oh, okay.
That would have been weird if during the game I was just putting my hand.
I broke this one. Yeah, I was playing softball. No brag. I'm keeping those rumors alive and well. But I broke this one. It was so disgusting. I took a grounder, missed clearly, and I turned my head and blood like went up my entire body. And I like went up to my coach and I was like, I think I broke my finger. He's like, yeah, I think you just broke the nail. And when we got home, I mean, it hurt. It hurt so bad. Yeah. My dad, and I was like 18. He like washed it off for me, and he's like, "Well, put your shoes on. We have to go to the emergency room." Yeah, my bone was sticking out the end of my finger. It was disgusting. So anyway, researchers in China have developed a novel bone glue that can reportedly repair fractures in just 3 minutes with a single injection. The technology, referred to as bone O2 glue, is designed to bond broken bone segments securely and speed up healing dramatically. This is nuts. This is actually crazy. Okay, so it's said to work by filling the fracture with a special adhesive that mimics natural bone structure, allowing the parts to fuse tightly. One big advantage, less need for metal plates or screws. The researchers claim it also reduces recovery time, lowers risk of infection, and simplifies surgery. It's still in the experimental stage, and clinical trials in humans may be ongoing. The idea is that one day we might treat broken bones like we treat cuts. Quick injection, minimal downtime.
The things that are going to happen in healthcare in the next 10 years are going to boggle the mind. You imagine just penicillin, how much that changed the world. And now we're going to have these incredible things that are going to make you less and less scared to go outside. Because think,
less and less scared to go outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like 500 years ago, if you were just walking around and you just accidentally stepped in a hole and broke your leg.
Yeah, exactly. Take you out back and shoot you.
You
exactly.
got nothing. You got nothing to do. Like you got no
screwed.
place to go, and you maybe get some sticks together, but it's it is an incredible time to be alive.
Yeah, it sure is. I love that attitude.
Well, incredible is not negative or positive. It's just to throw that out there.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's incredibly great time to be alive.
Hey, I'm glad to be alive.
Iowa Nice Guy's back. What the hell? I mean,
woo.
Yeah.
Answer John Bach's question earlier about where to watch this stuff, I would say there is no home platform. It is wherever you enjoy to watch social media. It'll be in vertical form.
On the toilet?
Sure. If you watch your TikTok or your Meta vertical videos, your Reels, I guess they call them, that's there. If you want to watch the full episodes, those will be on YouTube, Spotify possibly, and shall we say on Iowa Everywhere.
Is there a different account besides your Scott Siepker account or for it?
You know what? I'm going to be on the CW pod tomorrow to talk more in depth about this. So tune into that, and I will have some clear answers for you. But for now, where you're going to see it wherever you want to see it.
Okay. You'd think that was something you'd announce on your own podcast, but whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm joking. It's a joke.
That's a good point.
You know what sucks? Love is officially dead. I know we said it a couple weeks ago when Pam Anderson and Liam Neeson potentially broke up, but it's in the ground. It's buried now. It's fucking dead. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban split after 19 years of marriage. I'm not particularly handling this well, and I keep going back and forth between like they're celebrities, this is none of my business, and going back toward, but yeah, they were this symbol of love, and she's taller than him and he's a little loser with a girl's haircut, yet she can still love him through all of that. And now they broke up. So yeah,
I'd leave her too if she did some of the stuff she did in that Baby Girl movie, dude. I don't know if I'd be able to go home to my wife every night.
Do you think that had anything to do with it? So last year she was in this movie called Baby Girl where she, like her employee or a coworker was much younger and he made her do all these weird sexual things like drink milk off the floor and
That's not even the part that bothers me.
Wait,
The part that
that's a
bothers me is
sexual
that
thing?
she said in some interview that she was like having multiple O words every time they shot and stuff, and she had to like take
Opinions.
breaks from filming and stuff because she kept
Really?
showing her O face. So,
Wow.
yeah, that would bother me if I was married to someone. That would bother the shit
She
out
is
of
a
me.
great actress.
She's an actress. She's an actress, though, and that's her job. That's how she gets paid, and that's how she makes her living. And, you know, I don't know. You have to separate the artist from the art, and you have to separate, I don't know,
feel like
easier.
some information doesn't have to be relayed to people. You know,
Truly.
It's something you got to
Jeff-
take to the grave.
Truly. If Jeff was an actor and he had to even like hold another woman's hand, I mean, I would be devastated because I'm a big fat jealous bitch. And I wouldn't be able to handle that. So if that is, I am
BFJB.
a BFJB at all day, every day. I just can't help it, and that's something I know about myself. And I'm sure it's obvious. So yeah, I don't know. These two, they married in 2006. They weathered years in the public eye. They built a life that combined Hollywood glam with country music, and now they're hanging it up. So I don't know. Supposedly, they've been living apart since the beginning of summer. They grew apart. The narrative is, though, that he is leaving her and she wanted to save the marriage. And so for that, I have to say, you've just lost a fan, Keith Urban. Okay? You little Australian punk. Sick of it. Sick of it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you even care? Do you care as much as I do?
I don't care as much as you do. I hope that they both find happiness. Yep. Because their lives, you know, they have different challenges than us normies. But I'm sure it's still a struggle some days. And I'm sure this news coming out doesn't feel great. And, you know, eventually it would come out. So I hope they find peace. Is that nice? Am I being nice? I'm being nice.
You're being too nice, actually.
Well,
But
see,
yeah.
with the Iowa nice guy stuff back now, it's like I have to tap into this sort of real mean part of me. Not real
I know, and
mean,
I love
mean,
it.
but-
I relate way more to him than I do to you.
I know. It's, you know.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I love your big heart. I really do.
Thank
and
you.
you're an empath, and I think that's a great quality to have. I am too, but I just can't show that all the time, you know? You can't show that because I'd be bawling all the time. Scott called me last week on my birthday, and I don't know why I was in such a, like, I was just being a little bitch. And at the end, he said something so nice, and I hung up and I sat there and I did cry for like a good 2 minutes, and I slapped myself across the face. I took a shot of tequila at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I said, grow up here, you know? And that's just how I live my life.
You were being hard on yourself. I don't know.
No, I wasn't. I didn't even say anything. I was just being a baby.
I see. You just proved my point. You were
It's
not
all right.
being a big baby at all.
I was. And then you're just so nice. And I just don't deserve you some days, Scott.
Stop. See? We got to stop that negative self-talk, Mackenzie.
You know, at least
deserve
I didn't
everything
get
you have in your life.
Oh, thanks. That's so sweet. At least I didn't get arrested for using poop spray in school like this son of a bitch. A South Carolina teaching assistant was arrested and charged with using poop spray in school, causing students to seek medical attention and resulting in thousands of dollars in damage. Alexander Paul Robinson Lewis. Wow, that is a lot of names. Alexander Paul Robinson Lewis, 32, was arrested a couple weeks ago and charged with disturbing schools and malicious injury to property, the Florence County Sheriff's Office said in a news release. Investigators said he used the spray multiple times at school from August 25th to September 19th. So he didn't just do it like a couple times in a day. He did it over the course of a couple weeks, which is hilarious. The spray, which can be purchased online, is designed to imitate fecal odor. Yeah, one would think that that's what poop spray does. The sheriff's office said. Videos have gone viral on TikTok and social media showing people spraying the foul odor in their cars. So yeah, it caused a disruption at the school and some students had to seek medical attention. It also resulted in a hefty $55,000 bill in repairs for the school's air conditioning system because it got stuck up in like the vent and ventilation.
Oh my.
Yeah. So he's in big trouble. Someone at my school, he was in my class. He's actually one of my best friends, brought a stink bomb to school and he got expelled. But it did. Like I think they had to like aerate the hallways to get that stank out. But yeah, it's no good. You can't do this. You can't do this kind of thing. He's a teacher.
You wonder if he must have thought it was funny, right?
Well, obviously.
I mean, he wasn't trying to be vindictive. I mean, because there's a way that you could, I mean, if this was sending people to the doctor, now, I don't know if that, whatever, seeking medical attention, I don't know what sort of.
I'll say,
all-casting
like
net
teenage
that
boys,
is.
can't you just see like one of them starting to like cough and gag and then like 5 of his friends like joining in, coughing and gagging and being very dramatic and like, I gotta go to the doctor. And then they went, but they probably didn't need it. I mean, it's fucking poop spray. It's not going to kill you.
Well,
In a school, that's like a big space. Unless he was like spraying kids, throwing kids into the janitor's closet and spraying them in there and shutting the door.
I hope not.
I don't know. This guy kind of looks like, not to judge a book by its cover, he kind of looks like he'd be into that kind of stuff.
Jeez, Mackenzie.
What? Well, he clearly is. I'm not saying anything that's
You don't know
wrong.
if he's just a guy who doesn't know how to tell a funny joke. He was like, hey, watch this. And maybe, how long was he doing it? Obviously,
from
quite a long
August
enough.
19th
Yeah.
to September, or yeah. Like
I bet
a
the
month
first couple
almost.
days he was laughing pretty hard. And then at some point, you would think you'd get sick of the same joke. But I don't know.
You think you'd get sick of the smell of poop spray. Like, what's wrong with this guy? That's not
I wonder,
normal.
you know how you're okay with the smell of your own farts?
That's
Like, do you
disgusting.
think
What
that-
did you just say? No, can you stop?
People are
What?
okay. People are not bothered by the smell of their own fart. Their own brand is okay. Now,
Their own brand?
yeah. And if you're spraying this and you know the origin of it, does that transitive property happen where you're like, this is my poop spray, so I'm okay with it?
You're being disgusting right now. Everything you
not.
just said,
Kate
yeah, that's
Murphy, get
that's
over here.
gross.
Cade, you don't mind the smell of your farts, do you? But
I
other
prefer
people's
not
farts.
to.
This is
no.
gross. I
do mind that. I don't.
This is gross. I'm actually getting upset. We simply have to move on.
This is going to be the stupid quickie poll. Murph and Andy on Friday.
That is gross. Do
It
not
is
ask
not
that. Yes, it is.
When you smell
The smell
somebody
of your own
else's
farts?
I'm not saying you enjoy it. Some people do. But
okay.
it's not that repellent. Like if you get somebody else's fart, you're like, you get pissed and mad. You're like, would you stop that? That's so gross. But if you do it yourself, you're just kind of like,
You might be alone on this island. That's disgusting.
there's no way I'm alone on this island.
I guess we'll see.
This
when
island
you-
is populated with honesty. Your island is not.
Well, like I tell my kids, women don't do that anyway. Like we don't come with that.
My mom
Stuff.
said the same thing to me as a kid.
Yeah, and she was telling you the truth. It's all true. Okay? God, that's bad. Speaking of bad, Bad Bunny is playing the Super Bowl halftime show. So if you are unfamiliar with Bad Bunny, you are not alone. This is going to be a historic halftime show for a big reason. So Bad Bunny is set to do all of his set in Spanish because he is what? He is Puerto Rican. Am I correct on that?
Yes.
I believe Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican.
I'll let Kate answer these questions because the first time I heard about Bad Bunny was in Happy Gilmore 2, and that is embarrassing, it turns out. I had no idea this guy was so popular. And so I'm just going to let Kate answer any of your Bad Bunny questions.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I know he dated Kendall Jenner for a while. They were a lovely couple.
Yes, he did.
But I think that they have since broken up. So, lots of feedback from a certain kind of population in the country on Bad Bunny and his Super Bowl performance. I think Cade has some footage for us to take a look at.
Yeah, well, there's this guy on TikTok who basically re-records all of Bad Bunny's songs in English just to show people like what we're actually like listening to and hearing. So I have a clip of it. I'll just play a couple seconds of it just because I think it's funny. But if you, for people that are unfamiliar with Bad Bunny, these are his songs in English. They sound a lot better in Spanish, I promise. But
he does. But he all of his catalog is in Spanish.
Correct.
He has recorded no songs in English. Okay.
That is correct. Yep.
She's coming over here and she never comes alone. She never comes alone. All the bandits are whipping out their chrome. And tonight there's gonna be twerking, rubbing, grinding, clubbing, twerking, rubbing, grinding, clubbing.
Okay.
That seems like a party to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna be eating my buffalo chicken dip over there, just shaking that thing. What?
You almost never mind. It sounded like you were winding up to say something else there. You'll have to go back and replay it. Not appropriate.
Roll the
Bad
tapes.
Bunny.
I don't think I said anything bad. Okay.
Bad Bunny. Okay.
Bad Bunny.
Well, this has to be the Super Bowl performer, super halftime performer who will benefit the most from being on the Super Bowl halftime show, because I think a lot of folks won't have any idea who this person is. And after this, and starting yesterday or Sunday, they do know. And so his popularity is now going to explode even more, because I think from what I've understood, it's like younger folks who really listen to him. And so now he's getting elevated, because what happens usually with the halftime show is you get older folks doing older songs and playing the hits, if you will.
Yeah, and if you guys remember, like a month ago, after Taylor Swift was on the New Heights podcast, she was leaving lots of Easter eggs, maybe alluding to the fact that she was going to be doing the halftime performance. But it sounds like the NFL or whoever could not meet her demands, and then so she dropped out, and now Bad Bunny is in. There's lots of speculation about who it was going to be, and there's a lot of kind of controversy around him because he currently is not touring in the U.S., because obviously he has a lot of fans who are, Hispanic or Latinx. I don't want to say that wrong. And he, with all this ICE stuff going on, he has just said that he doesn't really want to get a lot of his fans in one location and make them easy targets. So it's actually really interesting that then he is now going to be on one of the biggest stages, in the world during the Super Bowl. So it's interesting
if he makes a political statement at this moment. I'm guessing
Kendrick
the NFL,
Lamar
one
did
of the agreements is that was last year.
Remember that? Yeah.
My goodness, it's just time just flies so quickly. But hey, drama during the game, drama during halftime, hopefully entertainment throughout. That would be great. And the Bills, hopefully the Bills.
And absolutely the Bills. Everything's coming up, Scott. The Bills, they're going to be there. Hopefully Iowa Nice Guy can be there. All right. Story number 5. Back to the top of the show, that anxiety that I feel on Saturday mornings, when I'm having a perfectly good day, that could have started when I was in the womb, studies say. New research suggests that your anxiety might literally start before you're born. Scientists at Cornell and others experimented with mice, subjecting pregnant mice to inflammation or stress. The offspring ended up with hypersensitive threat detection in a brain region called the VDG, ventral dentate gyrus. Even though those baby mice didn't have any genetic predisposition to anxiety, their brains were reprogrammed in utero to see danger everywhere because their poor little moms were stressed the hell out when they were pregnant. So in simpler terms, exposure to stress or infection in the womb may install a version of anxiety programming, like a factory setting. So some people grow up wired to be more anxious. So need to see what my mom was all stressed out about when she was knocked up with me, because clearly I think she was probably just stressed because she was a newlywed, 21 years old and pregnant. And she was
reading that book that you read to us last week.
Yeah, and it's still sitting here. Yeah, that must have been it. So I have
This
that
makes
book to
sense.
blame for me being
Yes.
the way that I am. And you all have that book to blame for me being the way that I am. So I'm so sorry.
We appreciate the way that you are. And yeah, this is one of those things, even when you're a baby, before your memories can even take hold at all, you know, you're still a human being and you're going through, if things are
you?
happening,
Just kidding.
trauma, you have like, as humans, you get like fight or flight. But when you're a baby, you can't fight or flight. You can't. So then you go to these other options, which are freeze and fawn. And so, which is like, I'm just going to, or you start to try and give the caretaker whatever they're wanting. And so then that all just gets baked in as a little kid, and negative self-talk. Mackenzie, Scott, and Kate.
I'm great. I'm the best.
Can really get baked in very early before you even remember.
Okay,
Crazy.
really, to your point, there is this TikTok. I got rid of TikTok on my phone because it is bad. It's bad. I shouldn't lay there and scroll at nighttime, but I put it back on recently. And I have been getting served up these TikToks of parents asking their kids if they remember being in the womb. And some kids give like freakishly accurate descriptions of what it was like in there. And I was watching one last night of this woman asked her 3-year-old if he remembers being in his mommy's tummy. And he said, yeah, and it was cold and I just wanted to go lay in my bed. And she's like, cold, that doesn't make sense. Well, she was talking to her husband and she's like, oh my God, when I was pregnant with him, I was hot all the time. And I would sleep on ice packs and I would put ice packs on my stomach and I would put ice packs like on my pregnant belly. And who the hell knows? I don't know. I don't know if there's any way to
tell.
tell.
Things like palm reading, where you find out what the palm reader's saying, and then you retroactively go back and find a way to make it fit. I'm not saying that this isn't true, because I don't know. I've never done any in utero memory research. Maybe this is possible. Maybe this is something that happens to all of us.
It's TikTok. I saw it on TikTok, so it must be true.
That's right.
You know, I don't know. That's crazy. Because if you're going to go back and do child work, you'd have to start really, really goddamn early. Get your mom involved on that. I mean, in utero, that's nuts.
Oh, listen, trauma is generational, folks. So it happened when your mom and your dad were kids. It happened to your grandparents. Like it's generational, and you just hope that you lessen it over time.
Yeah. Anyway,
you were on such a great your segues today have been so good, and then you went with anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say anyway. Let's take a trip on to our next story, and then let's just keep going to Afghanistan.
Yeah,
because tourism has it's been on the rise since the Taliban has taken over. Scott,
That's
I
right.
want you to kind of lead us through this story.
Yeah, since the Taliban took over, they've been trying to get more people to come to
They're great
the
marketers,
country.
the Taliban.
And
Like that
it turns
is what I
out-
have to say.
They have an interesting approach to marketing. Cade, if we could see their video to try and encourage some of us from the West to go to Africa.
One message from America.
Welcome to Afghanistan.
Just a guy with his machine gun in the water, showing people how to use guns. Kate, can we just see the beginning part of that again? For anybody who's just listening, it
One
starts
message
off
from America.
with
One
Oh my
Taliban
God.
people in the background with people with bags over their heads, and we have one thing to say to America, and then they rip off the bag, and you think they're going to cut the guy's head off. Instead, he says, "Welcome to Afghanistan."
I have to say it's witty, it's clever.
It's funny.
It's brilliant.
Dark.
Very
I mean,
dark.
that's gallows humor.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Literally. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I liked how they went from that to like an Instagram model to the machine gun in the water to a waterfall to them teaching people had to use guns. That is actually, I need to recreate that to finally, and then send it to you to finally get you down to the Edie Ranch, because we do all the same shit down here. I mean, there's guns, there's water.
Women have a few more rights at the Edie Ranch than they do in Afghanistan.
Are you
under the
sure? Have you
Taliban.
met Jeff?
That's a good point.
He
Yes,
didn't even
no,
wish me a happy birthday on social media.
Mackenzie, you told him he didn't have to.
I
And
did.
now
But
he
it's the
made
same-
the mistake. He did. He made a mistake. Everybody knows. You can't listen.
It's like when you go to the gas station with your girl and you ask your girl, do you want anything from inside? And she says no. And you come back with nothing.
Or a pack of cigarettes.
Hey, that's some good stuff there. You know, yeah, I'm just going to say it. I had Jeff buy a pack of Marlboro Lights when we went to Las Vegas. And obviously I still have it. Like it's still in my car, because I always make the joke of like smoking cigs. They're
He's a
still
good
there.
husband, but
They're still there.
He didn't forget to tell you happy birthday on social media. By the way, Jeff never uses social media except to say happy birthday to you once a year. And you told him directly, you don't have to. And so he didn't.
I said, you don't have to if you don't want to. But then he didn't want to.
That
you
was
know?
the caveat. Yeah, you said
Hurts.
the want to part.
Hurts.
Well, Keith Urban's single.
Do you think do you think I should break up with Jeff and go after Keith Urban?
I don't think you
He'd
like
write-
Keith Urban from what
he'd
you
write me
said
a song.
earlier.
My best friend and I used to always do, is Keith Urban here? We always used to do like a Keith. I don't know why.
You mean you're
I don't
just
know why you
doing
guys-
an Australian accent? Hi, mate.
Yeah,
Keith
but
Urban.
it was specific. It was specific to Keith Urban. I don't know. We were fucking weird. Okay, like that's just our kind of humor. Okay, I'm happy to segue into a segment that I love, and that's Cade's Random Rundown. It's brought to you by Iowa Corn Growers Association. Your voice matters. Scott, your voice matters. Okay? And as an Iowa Corn Growers Association member, you help shape policies that impact your farm, your neighbor's farm, all the farms around you, from the local level to Washington, D.C. You can be a part of the movement of shaping the future of Iowa agriculture by signing up now at iowacorn.org/join. Cade, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Kenzo. All right, guys. I'm going to start off with an easy one today. I just want to know if you guys have any, Halloween season starts officially tomorrow, as it will be October, right? Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. So I just want to know if, looking back, if there were any Halloween costumes you're particularly proud of, or if there's any ones that you had that you was a bad call, or just any super interesting Halloween costumes that stand out. I think Halloween costumes are so fun. So
A few years ago, I went to Japan with Brooks Reynolds, and we had a group of us that went, and we all agreed that we were going to dress as Evel Knievel.
that's great.
Except I didn't. I used half of my luggage space to bring a full Macho Man Randy Savage
Oh my
costume.
God.
Giant knee-high yellow boots, full outfit, red hair, everything. And I'll never forget the look. Brooks texted me when we were at the hotel. He's like, I'm down at the hotel bar. I said, I'll see you there in a second. He had his get up on, and we were going to go meet the rest of the crew. I walked down those steps in that full Macho Man costume, and the look on his face would delight someone for the rest of your life. I mean, you're fulfilled at that moment. He was so happy and so surprised. It was like one of the greatest gifts I'd ever given to anybody. And then we went out in Osaka, and we had the time of our lives. Turns out that folks in Japan don't really know who the Macho Man is, but when there's a white guy dressed like a fool, they want to take photos with him. Oh, yeah. That's right, the Macho Man.
Oh, that's amazing. I don't
that's
have any. I don't think
exactly-
I have anything iconic like that.
Yeah, I don't really either. I was a part of that age group that had those really dumbass morph suits. You remember those morph suits that was just basically you dress as just a color basically, and it was like a skin tight suit.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I wore
Okay,
one of
those leave
those.
nothing to the imagination. I don't like those.
I was like, never mind. I was in like 6th grade. There wasn't much to
Oh!
hide. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just saying. This was like 6th grade. Oh,
okay.
and I
Let
went
me
as
see.
like Boba Fett one year, and I thought that was pretty badass.
That is badass.
Oh, did you have like a full Boba Fett costume?
No, not like. Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't probably not to the extent of your Randy Savage outfit, but I'm sure it was a lot cheaper than I remember it being. But I felt so cool.
That's funny. I
Yeah.
one year I was gonna go as a mummy, and so I made this like super cute mummy costume, and I had my grandma make the skirt. My grandma she sewed the skirt, and then I was gonna put the strips on it. I was in college. She made the skirt like floor length. I cut that thing like 6 inches above the knee, way more than 6 inches. Let's say like 8 to 10 inches above the knee. I mean, she made this skirt for me, and I hacked it all off so I could go be a little, you know what, mummy in college. And I regret that. My grandma's hard work.
Do you regret it? Was that
bless
when you
her
were
heart.
with Snake Man?
No, he'd probably dump me. I was trying to find it, a new boy.
A new reptile lover?
And I found Jeff Eady.
Jeff Eady.
Yeah.
What do you think Jeff's favorite reptile is?
He pegs me as a lizard man.
I was just going to say that.
Jeez.
Can we move on?
We don't have to use
Yeah.
the word peg,
Okay. I'll move on. All right. Such a random comment. Okay. Kenzie. So
Yeah.
you were pretty pissed when Cracker Barrel basically went back on their
Yeah.
decision to change their logo. So
Yeah.
I rounded up some companies that switched logos.
Oh, man.
Could be. I just want you to rank them. Let me know your thoughts about them. Tell
Okay.
me if you think it was a good decision, bad decision, just whatever comes to mind. Some
Okay.
of these might be a little outdated, but it's fine. Doesn't matter. And
Okay.
Scott, obviously, you can contribute as well if you
Thanks.
deem necessary. Okay. All right. So Pizza Hut went back to their old school logo.
Oh, I like the one on the right. I mean,
Yeah, that's the new one. So that
Okay.
their old one they had for a while, like they switched from it in like the early 2000s. I think they just switched back to their retro sort of look. I
Yeah.
think that's kind of a common thing going on right now, unless you're Cracker Barrel.
That one's good. Yeah. I like
Yeah,
that.
okay, but can I ask a question? What is that red thing supposed to be?
It's
Is
the
that
hut.
Supposed to be
be
the hut, like the top of the building.
The roof of the
Right.
hut.
And it is, but like right here, I've never looked at it like this. It looks like a little hat.
Yeah,
But-
Yeah.
it does.
And
Is
remember,
it-
all the Pizza Huts used to be designed this way.
Yes,
would
of
all look like
course.
that.
Of
It was
course. And
cool.
now like there's buildings that were old Pizza Huts that you drive by and you're like, yeah, that's a Dollar Tree. Yeah, right. That's a Pizza Hut.
And that's good branding.
That is. Okay. Yeah. I like the one on the right.
Popeyes just changed their logo sort of recently. They got rid of the Louisiana kitchen, and kind of
Straightened out the
straightened out the
font.
Popeye.
Yeah.
Yep. Brightened up their orange a little bit.
Yeah. I have to say I like the one on the right.
Okay. All right. This one is the one that I'm not a fan of. I know that's kind of weird because obviously that Subway one on the left is super dated, but I don't know.
And the one
that's just
that
like
was-
the peak Subway time.
Oh yeah, that was peaks. I can smell that. I can smell that logo. You know, like
Yeah.
Cade, which logo was in use
I
when you got fired
yeah, okay.
for wrapping your open-toed sandals
No,
in saran wrap?
absolutely excellent question, Scott. So yeah, they were. This is a transitional phase for the well-known establishment of Subway. This was a transitional phase for them. So they were slowly phasing out of the old, the one that we know on the left.
Yeah, they're
And,
getting too woke.
Yes. So the interior of the building was more catered to the right logo, but the outside of the building and the sign and all that had the OG logo that we know on the left side. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah,
There
if
you
I
go.
put myself in the Cracker Barrel people's shoes and I think about it from a Subway perspective, yeah, I was in a Subway recently and I was like, what is this? Like a high-end hotel? Like it looks like shit in here. It looks way too modern.
It
Like
also
this is a
just, like,
sandwich shop.
The food sucks like way more now. I've
Yeah.
had Subway like maybe twice since I've worked there, and the food like sucks now. Like it's kind of night and I'm.
They've done
I'm-
testing on it,
yeah.
and there's like yoga mats in the bread or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
no,
We'll
I'd-
we'll have to fact check
Allegedly.
Yeah.
No.
Allegedly, yes.
that. No, it's true.
Just
You're
if there's
just
any lawyers
welcoming
watching.
litigation. You're just welcoming
Our next
litigation.
segment is sponsored by Subway. Eat fresh.
I haven't had it in so long, but boy, when I was in high school, we used to hang out at the Subway, and your friends would work there, and then
And you'd
when they were
stink when
closing
you
up-
left.
Oh, definitely. But like all the cookies that they would just throw away at the end of the night, you just get like a sack full of cookies. It was great.
Yeah.
Jenny talked like some major smack about how I'd come out smelling from that Subway after an
Yeah.
8-hour shift there. Like she was
get in the
she
shower,
wasn't happy
directly
that I
into
got
the
fired,
shower.
but she was happy that I got fired. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, you stink up the whole house.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
like
I mean,
yeast.
I like the smell of the bread though, but it's whatever.
Not when it's in
Sparrow.
your pants. Oh,
The right one is so much better in my opinion.
from like a design, yeah, it is.
Yep,
yeah,
it
is.
is.
Just straight up it is.
No doubt, it's much cleaner.
Yeah.
IHOP.
Oh,
Man, this one's also better.
it is
I love
better.
the happy face on the underneath the O and the P or what that it creates. And the restaurant now, it makes me realize that the way that restaurant is
Sad.
served, it looks like a
Yeah.
sad face.
I never noticed that. Yeah, you're right. Hey man.
Hey, man.
Okay. I think this is the last one. Google.
I like the orig.
Oh,
I like the
really?
original Google.
That
Yeah.
think I
surprises
like-
me.
I like a
the
serif
new one.
font. It feels smarter. You know, like I trust a book better if it has serif font than if it's sans serif. You know, it's like, who are you trying to impress?
That surprises me. I thought you were definitely going
No,
modernized.
I like the
Google
way
on
it makes
that
me
one.
feel. It
Okay.
reminds me of like hopping on the old Goog and, asking weird questions.
Yeah.
You
sure.
know, that was too
Simpler
embarrassed to ask my
times.
mom.
Simpler
times.
I'm not asking my mom this, and I'm not going to ask Jeeves this. I don't want him to think less of me. I'm going to ask Google. That's
I
where
don't
I'm
know who Jeeves is. Who the hell is Jeeves?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, get out of here.
You're gonna have
Alright.
to, next week pull up what Jeeves looked like, and we'll analyze him.
I
for
like
us.
that Eric says serifs are dumb when he designed the Overthinking podcast logo, and look at it, full of serifs. Get out of here, Eric.
I just know he's laughing really hard at you saying that right now.
Get outta
I
here.
just know he's cackling right now. I just know it.
Serifs are dumb.
Okay, guys. All right. Yep. See, I told you. I told you. Okay. So The Simpsons just announced a sequel to their movie that came out in 2007. I remember getting out of first grade and going
my
to the
God.
theater to see this movie. I know. I'm sorry. But it absolutely blows my mind that they're rolling out a Simpsons sequel 20 years after the first one. Makes no sense to me. So I wanted to name some of the longest times between sequels to movies, just because I found some of the results super interesting. One of the biggest ones is Spaceballs 2 was just announced,
Yes.
and that's gonna be exactly 40 years from the first one,
Oh,
which
nice.
is just
Oh,
crazy.
Wasn't
Mel
John
Brooks is
Candy
a
in that?
genius.
Mel Brooks is a
John
genius.
Candy
but
was in that, yes.
That's rip.
R.I.P.
Mary Poppins, the sequel, Mary Poppins Returns, that had Emily Blunt replace, I don't know who plays Mary Poppins, I forgot. But
The Sound of Music. Julie Andrews.
yes, thank you. That was, sorry, getting caught in between. That was 54 years between, Jasper? That was 54
That's ours.
years.
We have so many cats today.
That was 54 years between each other.
Wow, that's crazy.
Psycho 2 came out. Psycho 1 came out in 1960. Psycho 2 came out in 1983. That's 23 years.
Now, are these sequels or remakes? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
These are sequels. Most of them are sequels.
Okay.
The Mary Poppins Returns one is kind of weird because it's technically a sequel because it's called Mary Poppins Returns, but it's not Julie
Right.
Andrews. They just recasted Mary Poppins, so
Yeah.
it's technically both, I guess. The Shining got a sequel in 2019 called Doctor Sleep, 39 years. That's actually a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen that,
Who's
it's worth
in
a
that?
watch. Ewan McGregor.
Really?
Oh.
Yes, and Rebecca Ferguson. Finding Nemo, Finding Dory was 13 years. To Sir with Love by Sidney Poitier. I might have butchered.
Sidney Poitier.
Portier, thank you. To Sir with Love 2 came out in 1996. The first one was 1967. That's 29 years.
Wow.
Top Gun, 1986. Top Gun Maverick, 2022. That's 36 years. So we're seeing a really crazy trend in just bringing back old movies and milking them.
No more original ideas because
That's
of
why
AI.
I like one battle after another.
Oh,
just because
man.
it's an original idea, and I need to do a better job of supporting non-franchise, non-sequel movies by going to the theater to see them, because those are the
Yes, you
movies I
do.
want to be made. Right? That's what I want to be
Absolutely.
made.
I threw in one little bonus one because I just laugh at this every time. There's this TikTok personality, very popular among Gen Zers, named Aldo, and he kind of just does. It's just like little clips of this guy just doing random things. This is a clip of Aldo at a funeral, so I just want to share this with you guys.
Did he have a shirt on? Did he not have a shirt
Yeah.
on? No shirts at grandma's funeral.
There's no shirt. That lady gets up and
That
walks
lady
out
gets up.
immediately.
Okay.
She says,
So wait, what's going on here?
Okay, yeah, so I'll provide some further explanation. So this clip went really popular over the weekend because people thought
Tell me it was fake. Cade's gonna get his microphone figured out.
Hello?
But my
Hello?
guess. My guess.
You guys hear? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's fake. It's 100% fake. This clip went mega super viral over the
Okay, yeah,
weekend.
you're
Cutting
really
out,
breaking
okay.
up. But it's a fake clip. That's so disappointing. Now,
I
is
hope
it
it's
disappointing?
fake.
No.
did you see that grandma? It was a grandma. It was a grandma
Hello?
in
Hello?
there. It was a grandma in there. We're having some technical difficulties.
Very much. Oh yeah, Kate, you can. I don't know if you guys are getting that, but it's very much one of those ideas that I can see why it's funny, but why you probably shouldn't have that exist in the real world. Maybe like the Afghanistan tourism video, but yeah, what do you know? That's the internet now. People like putting out these things, and at least this was real. Like, not that it was real, that it was fake, but it was real people doing the thing, and it wasn't just AI generated. So that,
Right.
you know what? I'm being generous today. I'm going to say that makes it a little bit better.
Okay, I guess.
Hello, hello.
There's
Yeah,
Cade.
we hear you.
Yep,
Okay,
you sound
so-
fantastic.
All right, sweet. So let me say that Aldo is a fake. He's like a fake social media personality. All of his clips are fake. It's like it's skits. He
Okay.
goes out in the real world and pretends to be this like absolute moron, basically. And that whole funeral is fake. It's a totally staged joke gag. Those are all fake actors. Like it's
Then
all
it's a
joke.
skit? If
Yes.
it's a skit, then, good job out of you.
It's like
That's fun.
Borat of 2025, kind
Exactly.
of.
That's a great way to
Very
put
nice.
it. But
Yeah.
this clip went super popular the weekend because a lot of middle-aged women posted videos of them basically trying to cancel this guy for doing
my
this because it's just
God.
terrible. So there's like all these video breakdowns of them talking about why this guy needs
Making
to be
fools
canceled
of
and like
themselves.
arrested, and it's not even a real person.
Someone
Yeah,
get
that's so
grandma
funny.
off of the computer. This middle-aged women, I gotta say, well, okay. I'm getting near that. No, I'm not. They're older than me. They are what's wrong with the internet. Okay? They are exactly what's wrong with the internet. That and the guys with the picture with the fish. You know, it's like if we could get those people off the internet, it'd be a more enjoyable place. I posted a TikTok yesterday, just like a joke, this little trend of like me putting pumpkins on my front porch. So let me just say, what you're supposed to be looking at is the pumpkins on my front porch. This middle-aged woman, I think that's what she is. She comments, "What's all over your walls? Spiders?" Because there's spider webs on my porch.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wait, ones you put there or ones that are there from the real spiders?
No, I live out in the middle of the country. There's spider webs, and I'm not going to kill the spiders. And I'm not going to spray for spiders because I don't want chemicals all over my house. And also, just because I live in my house doesn't mean the spiders aren't allowed to live in my house. And they're doing a great job of keeping out the bugs. Janice.
There you go. Should we skip Overthinking the Wild and just push these the next week?
Well, we have one. Well, that's up to you guys. What do you think? We've got one speak pipe.
We can hit the speak pipe. Those are more time sensitive. So let's hit that.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna just press play. I don't really know what it is.
Colorado here. I've been overthinking society's obsession with stepbrothers and stepsisters. I really just can't imagine that there's as widespread of an appeal as there seems to be on some certain specific websites. I know Mackenzie has a history of relations with a cousin, but I don't know. You guys tell me, what's the deal with all this out there? Thanks, guys.
Well,
hey guys,
I've never
person in Colorado
had
here.
a step sister or a step brother. But if he's talking about having relations,
Well, I Googled it and
yeah.
I shouldn't have.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I guess really, if you think about it, if you're not genetically the same,
Stop. You're
and-
being raised as a sibling.
I've deal me
Stop.
out on this one. I have step siblings.
yeah.
Stop. You are being raised as
No,
siblings.
no. Listen, what if you're like you're in college and your parents have divorced and now they're getting together and you're 22 and they're 18. Or 19 or whatever. That's it's still weird, but it's not like as weird as like if it's really,
Well, of
it's not
course,
incest.
Jesus, that's illegal. Well, no, it's not incest technically, but if you're being raised as siblings,
That
there's
would be weird.
millions of other people out in the world. Why would we look to the one that's in your living room, like watching the news with you?
Maybe you just answered your own question.
No, I didn't. And to clarify, I accidentally let my lips brush across my cousin's lips. I didn't do anything with my cousin. Okay? I didn't. It was an accident. And don't make it seem like that, Carson. No, Scott, you shouldn't get with your stepsister. The fact that I'm even having to tell you that.
He's talking about how this has become a kink or whatever. And I could see how someone would have this become something for them if they're like not getting out of the house.
Get out of the house.
But a lot of people just sit in the house on their phones all day.
And then the issue is, it's not just one person's problem. It's both step siblings' problem.
Oh my God. This
and
just
then
seems like a nightmare.
It
like,
is
just
a
waiting to
nightmare.
happen.
And I'm not, again,
Oh.
like, I am not here to yuck your yum. And if it happens and that's truly your soulmate and that happens, I'm sorry, but you should know. There are so many more options. You're going to completely make things uncomfortable. Like, imagine what that family tree is going to look like after that. I mean, it's just going to be twisted and fucked up, and you're going to have to explain weird things to your kids. And mommy and daddy are actually brother and sister. No.
Well,
No,
their
don't do it.
stepbrother and you can't. I mean, you would frame it differently. Like that's not how you.
Of
would
course
say
you
it.
would, because you're justifying what you're doing. So of course, mommy and daddy aren't technically brother and sister.
Oh, I know. You know that. I bet there's a lot of folks out there who are actually married to a step sibling.
I'm
I
sure
bet
they
it's-
are.
And isn't Woody Allen married to his stepdaughter?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, yes. And that is completely wrong. I don't care if you think he's a good
He's a great filmmaker.
whatever. Okay. Well, he's a sick freak. That's okay. Two things can be true.
You're right. Yes, that is a good axiom. Two things can be true at the same time. That's what my neighbor Anthony says. And I listen to him. He's smart.
I love Anthony.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I've had some good times with Anthony.
You don't even know him.
Yes, I do. I know Anthony. I met him like at a restaurant one night and he said he knew you. Yes.
You met my neighbor Anthony?
Yes.
Anthony Carroll?
Oh, no, not Anthony Carroll.
Okay. Whew. All right. Because he
Okay,
would have
guys.
told me that. He, like me, likes to talk a lot. So
No, I made that up. Oh, you like to talk a lot? Me too. Okay, I think, we got to wrap
Okay.
this up. Guys,
Yeah,
thanks.
that
Happy
was great.
Tuesday. Thanks for overthinking with us yet again. We love you guys so much. And Scott needs to grab his ukulele. Remind me to tell you guys the story about what my husband Jeff did to a ukulele when he was in elementary school. It ain't good.
hope all your favorite bands stay together.
That's right. And we will see you next Tuesday.
See you
Bye-bye.
next Tuesday.